We go. Spring has been canceled. There is no spring this year. We're just gonna go straight to summer. Holy moly, getting some snow in the parkland. Brandon, getting off easy. We will give you the latest on school cancellations, road closures, and more as we come into the Beach House Beach Bunker on this Hump Day Wednesday. How are you? Did you get a lot of snow? Can't wait to see some of the pictures. I know there's a lot in Dauphin. We'll update your road closures coming up in a second. Also coming up on the show today, no more air miles for all the booze you buy. Apparently Manitoba liquor, lotteries, cannabis, all the whatever the other thing they're into as a government, they're going to sever ties with air miles. Now we won't be able to go to the Bahamas every 6 months thanks to all the rum we buy. We'll explain what's going on there. Weird ice formations happening in Manitoba. Also, Artemis is making its way home. It'll be dropping in the Pacific on Friday evening. We're seeing more pictures. They had a viral video. Go crazy yesterday. Had to do with Full House. If you're a fan of Full House, don't. You'll like their video. Also, coming up on the show today, a Canadian wins the Super Bowl pizza when at the Vegas Pizza Expo. He's from Toronto. If you're ever in Toronto, you're going to want to stop at his pizza joint. I'll tell you, it's one of the best in the world. And we're going to introduce you to a little town in the UK that would sure be fun to visit. You know why? It's frozen in time. In the 1900s, it's what they call a living museum, and it is like traveling back in time in every sense of the word. And got me thinking, wouldn't this be a cool idea for like an 80s town? Have an 80sville. That'd be very cool. We'll show you a little bit later on in the show. First, let's get to the matters at hand, and that, of course, is the concern over highways in the parkland. Well, the cameras kind of tell the tale today. We still have highway closures in the Dauphin region. Actually, we just had one close north of Russell. Highway 83 is closed between Roblin and Russell this morning. Highway 5 Grandview to Ochre to Dauphin, and then you can't get in or out of Dauphin Beach down to Ochre River. That's all closed up. I'm going to show you the Manitoba 511 map here. A little bit wild for folks in the Brandon region who are not experiencing a significant amount of snow. In fact, it was just like we said, driving to the west is going to be fine. Driving to the east is going to be bad. And really, that's what has happened here. If you drive to the west, I still be careful, but look at, it's more wet than anything. This is west of Virden on the Trans-Canada Highway right now. Largely unaffected. But if you're headed towards Winnipeg, it's a much different story. Brandon literally is the bullseye. Going north of Brandon, the further north you go, the worse it gets. South is okay. West is okay. East is not okay. We're going to take a look at some of these cameras to the east. Let's take a look right in Brandon. You can see we got just a skiff. Just a skiff. There is more coming today, but in Brandon, it's going to be more wind than anything else. We're going to have some really gusty winds all day today. Wind gusts to 60 kilometers an hour and a bit more snow, but no major significant snowfall like they're getting in the Parkland. I hate to say it, Dauphin, you still have a heavy snowfall warning in effect, a yellow one, which could mean another 5 to 15 centimeters up there. So if you're headed west, it's okay. South is generally okay. But once you start going east, not so okay. So again, it's the east and the north you got to be concerned about. This is at Austin, taken it was about an hour and a bit ago. So that's the Austin camera, that Eli camera. That's got a lot of snow on the highway there. Let's check Portage La Prairie. This is the Oakville turnoff, Oakville Highway and Highway 1. This was taken just last couple of minutes, actually. So that's what it's looking like as you get closer and closer to Portage. And then by the time you get to Winnipeg, there's a lot of snow. So it's a pretty easy update to communicate today. What direction are you going to from Brandon? Are you going north, south, east, west? If you're going north, you're in for some trouble. If you're going east, you're in for some trouble. South, well, here's the 10 South camera. Look at this. It's springtime south of Brandon. Not too bad at all. Now, we will get some more precipitation today and more wind, but there are some schools that won't be running their buses today. Swan Valley, Mountain View, and Prairie Rose School Division, and that makes a lot of sense. This is Sunseeker Cindy's backyard this morning, so just to give you some indication as to, they got some shoveling to do, and there's more coming. There's more on the way. Yep. And as far as our forecast goes, we'll see one normal day. It will come on Saturday. There's a lot of rejoicing going on regarding this forecast. We're at -1, by the way, in Brandon. But you know what? 9 degrees is pretty much normal for this time of year. Guys, we're behind the 8 ball here. This is really, really ugly, gray, gross, bad spring weather. I don't think I need to tell you that. This is way off normal for this time of year. We should be in shorts and sandals by now. And we'll get close to that Saturday. It'll feel good. Not that I'm ungrateful. We'll see Friday sunshine at 6, Saturday sunny at 9. But then next week, back to the snow. It's just, we are really struggling to get out of gear here and get into our spring gear and out of our winter gear, literally. So be careful on the highways today. If you're headed north of Brandon and headed east of Brandon, please exercise extreme caution. We'll continue to watch those closed highways should they reopen again. Again, that's 83 Russell to Roblin is closed at this hour. Grandview to Oka River and Dauphin Beach. That is Highway 5 is closed. Highway 20 is also closed. 20, by the way, goes all the way up to Winnipeg-Osis. It's closed all the way there. And Ethelbert is also closed. And that, of course, is Highway 10. Oh, and Ethelbert's got a highway camera. It's just, there's not much to show, but tracks. That's all we can show. Tracks. Yep, that's how it looks this morning. And welcome aboard, Sunseekers. Let's go. Be careful on the road. For those that are able to join us for 2 minutes, 20 minutes, or the entire 2 hours, which means you're likely on a bus somewhere or supposed to be on a bus somewhere, have some time to spend with us. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us as we get the Hump Day Wednesday snow day underway. Thanks for being here. We're going to say good morning to Tosh, Road Reverend, and Polar Bear on Twitch this morning. Also to Jeremy, Noah, David, and Mac on TikTok as well. Good morning to you. Good morning. Derek is over on Twitch. Cindy's here on Twitch too. Janine's on Facebook. And Molly is here on Twitch. Good morning, Molly. Good morning, Patricia Ann. And Richard's on Facebook. Jody is here on Facebook too. And Zumba Bernice is here too on Twitch. Good morning. We've got Marianne, Mac, and Maya, the 3Ms on TikTok. Mr. Motivation. Mr. Motivation is on TikTok. Hello. We've got Ernie back again. Emma as well. And Harry Rowe is here too on TikTok. Hi, Harry. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Tracy Roger on Twitch. And Richard's on Facebook. So is Michelle. It's supposed to snow all day. Oh, when will it stop? And even though we didn't get a lot in Brandon, it's like, oh, it's still too much. It's still too much. We need some springtime. Shane the Man on TikTok. Hello, Shane the Man. Good to see you. Loretta's here on Facebook. Hello, Loretta. Yeah, that's pretty yucky. Hey, Quentin's here on Twitch. Ryan says, "What did I tell you? What do you mean? What did I tell you? What does that even mean? What does that even mean when I show you a picture like this?" Ryan's favorite line is, "It'll miss us." That doesn't look like it missed us. It missed you. Mr. Ryan Martin. That's he loves that. Every time there's like a heavy snowfall warning or there's snow is coming in, Ryan's that guy. He's like, it's going to miss us. We're not going to get anything. It's going to miss us. It sure looks like it did. It looked like this is probably AI. This is just AI. Nothing to see here. It's going to be fun to watch all the people jump on these poor amateur weather forecasters. I didn't get any snow. You said there was going to be snow. I didn't get any snow. Poor guys. Cindy says it's almost blizzardy here right now. Ugh. Well, it's those winds, and we're going to have the winds in the Brandon region for the foreseeable future, giving way to some weekend sunshine. At least we'll get outside. At least we'll see some melting. At least we'll get close to normal. At least close to normal. Ryan says it missed Brandon. Why would you say such a thing when we still have 12 hours of this storm to come? Now, keep in mind, I will publish Ryan's home address should we get walloped with snow that could just kind of pop out of nowhere. System kind of turns its ugly head because he is predicting it. Everybody's a weather forecaster. I love it. It's fantastic. Now, I realize that weather forecasting is one of the only jobs where you can get it wrong all the time and still keep your job. But, I love social media. Social media is fantastic. The peanut gallery is full. The peanut gallery is full. Cindy said, I need beach time. I guess so. Don't we all? This cold is, at least you have something to play with. At least all that snow that's up there, you got snow machines on top. You got snow on your snow machines. Imagine those that can't even afford a shovel. I just got to sit there and watch out the front window and watch it melt. I can't even afford a shovel. But Ryan Marcus, I'm going to call him, and he's going to come over and shovel my snow. Lillian, good morning, over on Facebook. Hello, Lillian. And we've got Brian over on TikTok. Good morning, Brian. Welcome. It's good to see you. Marianne is over on TikTok as well. We've got Heather Smith on Facebook. Hi, Heather. Good morning. Good morning, sunshine. Not much sunshine where we are. Nope. Joan Gurr is here on Facebook. Hello, Joan. Peter's over on TikTok. Hello, Peter Moore. Hello. And we've got also Ben Edmondson. Good morning to you over on TikTok. We got ice pellets. Ice pellets. Nick says he saw some hail around 6 o'clock last night. Very short-lived. What the hell is going on? Ice pellets, return to snow. Ain't no Ron Thompson, that's for sure. Ron Thompson had the little cardboard cutouts on his little map. Easy does it. That's the weather. I'll be there. Good. Between Richard hoping it snows and Ryan saying it's never going to snow, you two guys are just a piece of work. Both of you, piece of work. Piece of work. Verna McKay Fiddler on Facebook. Hello, good morning. Be careful, again, on those roads. If you are headed north of Brandon, the further north you get, between Brandon and Dauphin, the worse the roads get. Likewise, if you're headed east, the closer you get to Portage, the worse it's going to get. Just prepare yourself that it's going to get slippery. There's lots of snow on the road. Now, different story headed west. Headed west is pretty good, and headed south, so far, so good. So Brandon's kind of in the halfway point, halfway area there. And we'll continue to follow things as the morning unfolds and keep you updated on happenings as far as school closure, should there be any more. But I think it's just a few school divisions that won't run their buses today. Aren't we getting a little late for that, really? Aren't we getting a little late for the school cancellations? I mean, we're into April already. We've got a month to go until May long weekend. Do you know that it's like 35 days, 34 days until May long? Now, I know people are going to say in chat, we've had snow on May long weekend, but this is getting ridiculous. Hasn't been the coldest winter, but it sure has been the longest. Verna says, so Brandon Verdon should be good? Yes, take her slow, be careful, but the cameras are looking real good there, Verna. Headed west. Same thing if you're headed towards Boissevain, U.S. border, should be okay. Good morning, Angela, over on Facebook. Be safe, everybody. Good word of advice. A reminder that at Tim Hortons' Smile Cookie campaign the countdown is on. We've got 19 days to go until the spring edition of the world-famous Tim Hortons Smile Cookie campaign comes back. And this year, proceeds going to Helping Hands Brandon, helping to feed the hungry in southwestern Manitoba, in the Brandon region. This is a huge fundraiser. There are tens of thousands of dollars raised in Smile Cookie sales each and every year, and it's so exciting that Helping Hands of Brandon is going to be one of the beneficiaries this year, along with the Brandon Area Community Foundation. In Dauphin, up there, under the snow, is the Country Fest Community Cinema. They're going to benefit. Neepawa Yellowhead Community Rec Center. In Virton, the Oak Lake Community School Playground. And in Moosomin, Kids Sport Whitewood, Moosomin, and area. Every $2 Smile Cookie starting on April the 27th. That will go to 100% of it will go to the local heroes. So grab a cookie, even order in advance if you want to get like a bulk buy. Go to timhortonswestman.ca. Trudging through the snow down to Richmond Avenue. It is Win Back Wednesday at Headley's Health Hut at 1314 Richmond Avenue, just east of Murray GM. As you're sliding down Richmond Avenue and into the parking lot of Headley's Health Hut, remember, you could win back your purchase today. That's what Win Back Wednesday is all about. Up to $500 in receipts could be coming back to you. So if you've been waiting to purchase those vitamins, those supplements, and today would be the day for you to go in and get that. Not only that, they have got a demo day going on today. Here's what's on the menu for Win Back Wednesday. The Domo Vanilla Matcha Latte, Nature's Flair gluten-free mini muffins, and traditional medicinals organic Stress Soother tea. Oh, don't we need this tea today for all the snow? Stress Soother? It's a Stress Soother tea. So these will be sampled all day long at Headley's Health Hut, and you can win back your purchase today. 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. And again, if you need a lawyer, you run a business and you've got some legal questions, they've got the answers for you at Epps Office in Brandon. They can also help you with your will or your estate. And you know what? Downsizing, getting out of your house, or maybe thinking of being a first-time home buyer. You want to have a great lawyer that can explain the ins and outs in basic English to you. That's what makes Epps Law Office so awesome. You'll find them at 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC. Loretta is giving us a weather report. She says, so rainy here at Hartney. A little bit of rain there. Kim Mulcha, good morning. And Kim has got flowers. Oh, at least we got some flowers somewhere coming out of the ground. You guys doing any of that gardening this year? You getting your little garden seedlings ready? I would think it's that time of year, right? You got them by the window hoping for a little bit of sun. Seedlings are going, what the hell do you expect from me? What do you want from me? There's no sunshine. Oh, I can't grow here. We can't grow. Nick loves the Smile Cookies. That a boy. Oh, yes. Smile Cookies puts a smile on everybody's face. Zumba Bernice ran into my folks yesterday. Your mom is hilarious. I love her. Okay, she needs to calm down a little bit. There's only room for one superstar in this family. Everybody wants their own show. Even my mom is going to take my show. What the hell is going on? That's very cool that you ran into them. Probably at the Y. They love the Y. I think Richard has run into them too. Oh, man. Tosh had a yummy supper yesterday. Yummy, yummy, yummy. A yummy supper. Oh, my goodness, that's very brown. That is brown. That is a brown supper. Why do I feel like I am going to be in the bathroom after having... Is that Mexican food? Looks like a burrito. Looks like a burrito. Oh, no. Oh, just a wild assortment of Ichiban ribs and a Tyler Glen Show mug right there. That's fantastic. Excellent. Good stuff. Tell me you didn't barbecue those ribs. How would you stand outside in this crap? Couldn't keep the barbecue lit. Someday, my springtime will come and this place will be it'll be a place where nature's not trying to kill us. Molly's GT from yesterday. Okay, let's get into some more GTs. Good thing. If you're new to the show, by the way, this is what we like to do. We start the show with some positivity. So type in GT, and that is the good thing. Good thing. Gets us rolling. Some good stuff. Molly got a permanent crown yesterday, replacing the temporary one that'd been on her tooth since she was a kid. Almost 17 years. Oh, I bet you feel awesome. Should have only been on till I was 18. The only crappy thing is there was a cavity to the roots. Uh-oh. That does not sound very fun. Oh, my gosh. Tosh is doing something over at the hospital. I had to land at the hospital, be home from my hubby, and now wait 48 hours for my results. I know what it is. 9 months from now, the family will grow. It's that time of year. It's springtime. This is what's happening among the sun seekers. You guys need to calm down. Everyone needs to calm down. We're having too many pregnancies. We're losing too many sun seekers to the maternity ward. Oh, there's gonna be another little bundle of joy. Oh. You can tell winter has been just a little too long. The sun seekers are getting frisky. They're getting a little frisky. Oh, no, he snipped. Yeah, like that's never happened before. My favorite story is some people I know, 56 years old, coming in the home stretch, rounding third base, getting ready for retirement. And then all of a sudden, the missus says, I'm not feeling too good. Well, it's probably something you ate. Well, it's in the tummy area, but it's not something I ate. We're going to have one more bundle of joy. What? 52? I'm snipped. Sometimes nature has a way. Things go back. Things go back. 56. I think he's still crying. I think the sobbing. Oh my gosh. It's a miracle, the miracle circle of life. All right, guys. Hey, listen, I know it's midweek. This is always a struggle. Starting the week, lots of good things. Ending the week, lots of good things. But in the middle of the week, especially while we've got all this snow, it's hard to pull on the good things. Random good things. Come on now. Come on now. Good things from yesterday. Yesterday's good thing. Ba, 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 ba. Or we get more pictures from Tosh. Okay. No one's weighing in with more good things, so we have more. See, Tosh, look at this. We've got a bologna shot. Is this breakfast this morning? Okay. We need more good things. Otherwise, we get to tour of Tosh's kitchen. Now, in this area of the kitchen, we've got, this is a bologna breakfast, or is this ham? With a little bit of cheese. And boy, talk about protein. Yeah. Load up, pal. Load up on the protein. Peanut butter on toast. There's protein there. Got the protein in the cheddar cheese. You got the protein in the eggs. And I think that's bologna. Is that bologna or is that ham? Doesn't matter. It's all got protein. That is part of this nutritious breakfast. Holy cow. Where's the bowl of Fruit Loops? Where is it's bologna? And fried bologna, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's fried bologna. That's delicious stuff, man. That's a huge breakfast. You don't need to eat all day. But that was his supper at midnight. What? A midnight supper like that? Oh, be careful, dude. Be careful. You'll go to sleep all right. Holy moly, good for you, pal. I get heartburn looking at that. I don't think I could eat that before bed. Yeesh. Anyway, okay, all right. Oh, someone's in Mexico. Ditch the bread unless you made it yourself, says Derek. Thank you, Derek. Derek, and grab the tin foil. There's no foil on his head. Derek says, grab tin foil. Your head needs to be foiled up. Michelle says, her GT, daughter napped on me for almost an entire hour, and she hasn't done that in a while. Oh, that's awesome. There's a good thing. That's fantastic. Okay. Little bit of nappy time. Today would be a good day for a nap, I'm thinking. Mid-afternoon. Do you need a prescription for that? Mid-afternoon nap. Who's up for a mid-afternoon nap? You look outside. It's gray. It's gross. And there could be more snow coming today. But something good is going to happen today. And maybe that'll be your good thing for tomorrow. I took Tyler's advice and took a much-deserved mid-afternoon nap. They call that a siesta. Culturally, it's fantastic. Do it. Give yourself a siesta. You deserve it. And in the meantime, for those sitting under a bunch of snow, we are going to go to the beach. And today's beach break. We are headed to Spain, Costa Cadilla. This is in southern Spain. They've got some of the world's greatest beaches. No kidding. Oh, happy hump day, Sunseekers. Beach time. We'll be back with more in just a second. Oh, this is a nice one here. Look at this sunshine. We can just dream we're on the beach together right now. Happy hump day, Sunseekers. Away we go for a Wednesday.
We're halfway there. Sun shining in the air. Gonna dance without a care. Beach life everywhere. Let's go to the beach. Oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend. We don't care. Sunseekers feel the heat. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach, ocean beach. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach, ocean beach. Let's go to the beach, oh yeah, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend, we don't care, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat, feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach, ocean beach. Ocean beach. Ocean beach.
Oh, you know, and I missed the good thing. We don't got like World War III happening. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good thing. Let's take a look at these roads, shall we? We're at -1 right now in Brandon, and our road conditions in the immediate area not too bad. As a matter of fact, you can basically draw a line through the city of Brandon. And basically, depending on where you're going, direction-wise, that's going to tell us exactly how your drive is going to unfold. For example, if you are headed to the north, you're going to encounter conditions like this at Ethelbert. We've got basically tracks. Highways are still closed in the Dauphin region at this hour. Let me do a quick Manitoba 511 refresh here and see if we have anything opening up. No, Grandview to Oka River still closed. Highway 5, Highway 83 from Russell to Roblin is still closed at this hour. You won't be going anywhere. There will be some folks that won't be at work today, and basically from Gilbert Plains up to Ethelbert and from Dauphin up to Winnipegosis, you won't be traveling on Highway 20. 20 is closed as well. And this is what is closed in around Dauphin. Now, when you get up in through the park, let's see if this camera will pop up for me. No, Moon Lake is down, which is handy. But a little closer to Brandon, Minnedosa, this is kind of yucky. It's wet. It's snowy. Once you get past Minnedosa, the snow really starts to accumulate. That's to the north. Now to the south, here's how things look on number 10 south, just past the Surrey turnoff. We are seeing basically it's just wet to the south. And then it's really to the east where you're going to see some problems develop here. And that is, you know, in around Portage, you can see things start to deteriorate a little bit here. The accumulations get a little bit more intense. This is just coming into Portage. Looking back towards Brandon, I believe. Oh, no, that's looking in towards Portage. Highway 1 west of Portage. So you can see the accumulations there. And closer towards like the Oakville turnoff. Yeah, and it's wet snow. Gross, sticky, wet. And it's even sticking to the lens of the camera here. So be careful if you're headed east or north of Brandon today. Okay, we do have some kids that aren't in school today. Some buses are not running, and that includes Swan Valley, Mountain View, and Prairie Rose school divisions today. You are not having school. This makes the round every year. Let's all just do our proverbial Manitoba's 11 seasons. I don't know. Is this supposed to make us feel better, or what is this? I like mine better. Mine says uninhabitable 10 months of the year. We get 2 months of summer. That's generous. We get 8 weeks of livable weather. The rest is just torture. 10 months of pure torture. But this one says you have winter, full spring, second winter, spring of deception. We're into third winter, then mud season, then actual spring, then summer, false fall. Second summer, week 1, and then actual fall. That is very generous. We are into third winter. Hooray for us. Oh, my gosh. Cindy says she saw some geese and some geese flock crew flying south. Yeah, they're just like, you know what? This is stupid. They're onto it. They realize, listen, what is with this place? What is with Manitoba anyway? I don't get it. Let's get the hell. Let's go back to Nebraska. Janine, I love that one. That one's even better than mine. Okay, I'm gonna steal that. Janine says her dad used to say 10 months of winter and 2 months of bad skating. Okay, I'm stealing that. It's so true. It's awful. Awful. But that's why we hang out. We hang out to keep our sanity. We can complain together. I am the Captain Weather Whiner. Leading the charge and asking the question, what the hell are we doing here? Who settled here? Oh, take the free land. Sure, have some free farmland. Come on in, they said. Your descendants will continuously complain about how cold it is 10 months of the year, but that's fantastic. I saw geese in a field headed to Shoal Lake last week. They're gone. They packed up. They took off. They're in Kansas now. Zeros are high today. We will see some nicer weather. Finally, normal weather for the weekend. You can see it there. Friday, we're expecting 6, Saturday, 9. Right now, we're at -1. But we do have a wind chill on this year of our Lord, April the 8th, 2026, where the normal daytime high is 8 degrees. We have a wind chill of -12. Thank you. And now I'm not even getting any more air miles every time I go in and buy rum. That's the thing. When you go to the liquor store and you get your big bottle of booze, what's the first thing they ask you? Other than, Tyler, do you have a problem? What's the second question they ask you? Okay. The second question is, are you driving because you look drunk? The third question they're going to ask you while you put your bottle down on the counter is, do you have your Air Miles card with you? Are you a member of Air Miles? Tosh says ID. Well, this is true. Actually, that's before you even get into the liquor store. Before you get into the liquor store, there is quite the process in Canada. So, for those that are unaware, in our area, in our town, when you go to buy a bottle of liquor, you have to stand in line like a Russian bread line out in the cold. The snow is blowing. You're out there shivering. Can I have my bottle of vodka, please? Can you open the doors? And then you wait there for probably anywhere from 5 minutes to half an hour, and then the doors open, and you hear this. Hallelujah. Oh, and because you're in from the cold and you're thinking, okay, now I'm in here. And then it's like, boom, the door closes behind you. You think, I'm trapped in the liquor store. What's happening here? All of a sudden, there's a little window. Looks like a ticket window, like at the movie theater. And there's a liquor store employee sitting there behind the glass, bulletproof glass. And she's got that little speaker. Hello, welcome to Liquor Marts. Can you please pull out your ID? I have to pull out my ID. What if I'm just looking around? What if I don't want to buy anything? So to go into the Liquor Mart, you need to pull out your ID. And we also need a birth certificate, passport. You have to give blood. We also need 5 names of references. And we also need a work, we need a full resume, please. Wait a second. I'm just here to get a bottle of tequila. I need to give blood. I need to give references. I have to cut. I'm being sarcastic, but it's a process. It's a lengthy process. Our American friends, coincidentally, and Dolphin friends, don't have to do. They just walk in off the street. Hey, I'm going to get a bottle of tequila. Here you go. Here's some money. See you later. Off I go. No, not in our town. Then you get the pat down. Then you go through the radar detector or the metal detector. Then it's just like at the airport. At the liquor store, they give you a blue bin now. They give you a blue bin. You put your items in the bin. It goes through the metal detector. It's like going on an airplane. It's crazy. Anyway, life is hard. Then you get into the liquor store. You find your bottle. Finally, they've got it stocked. But if it's American booze, they're probably out because we're doing that whole thing. But at least at the end of the day, when I get to the counter and I buy my bottle of rum, where I am trying to go home and drink my cares away and drink to the point where it's going to get warm again. At least I'm getting air miles. At least in some comforting way, this purchase is getting me closer to my end destination. Thank you for giving me my air miles. Wait a second. I'm not getting my air miles anymore. What the hell? Manitoba Liquor Mart's prepared to leave Air Miles, seeking a new loyalty partner. The Crown Corporation says it's parting ways with the program because their priorities and directions have changed. Are you kidding me? It was my way out. I was saving my Air Miles. What happens to my Air Miles now? Provincially run liquor stores will no longer offer reward miles on purchases beginning June the 1st. Customers can continue to swipe their Air Miles card until June the 1st. So after June 1, you will not get Air Miles on your booze purchases. MLLC C plus CL, LL, whatever Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries is called now, said in a statement they're planning to stick with the rewards program once it becomes BMO Blue Rewards this summer. But after careful consideration, we decided to part ways. The Crown Corporation added it's exploring what other loyalty programs are available. Because loyalty when getting your booze is important. You want to get something as a bonus. Air Miles has lost partnerships with provincial liquor before. The Liquor Control Board of Ontario left the company in favor of Air Canada's Aeroplan program in 2021. In early 2024, Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries issued a request for information to identify other loyalty suppliers and products that they have available, but didn't result in any changes. The request for information said more than 44% of all Liquor Mart customers collect Air Miles, and those customers generally spend more than non-Air Miles members and are thus more profitable. And that's why Liquor and Lotteries was with Air Miles. Customers currently earn 1 point or mile for every $30 spent in a single transaction, though additional miles can be collected through purchasing some products that allow you to get more. So basically 1 mile for every $30. Now, just to give you some indication as to how many Air Miles I have, the Artemis flight to the moon was fully funded by my Air Miles. That was just, I called NASA, said I'd like to help. They said that's a great idea. And so the trip cost NASA nothing. This whole Artemis experiment is on yours truly. The full cost was provided. I had me and Air Miles in all my liquor purchases. And that was just from the start of 2026. It's just the first part of the year. How are you feeling about that? Do you collect Air Miles? Do you collect Air Miles? Do you collect points? What's your favorite rewards program? You know what I miss? Canadian Tire money. You want a good rewards program? Listen, our American lurkers, you know what? You don't got no rewards program until you got Canadian Tire money. One of the few things, again, in a short list that we do right up here. They took it away through COVID. But I liked having Canadian Tire money because it was literally money, paper money too. None of this coin crap. It was paper money that you would get every time you bought something. So you spend $100, they give you like 50 cents in Canadian Tire money. You go to get gas, and they give you, so you got more for gas. So it'd be like you get $1.50 in Canadian Tire money. Oh, you take that home. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what? You spend a lot of cash. And that reward would go into the junk drawer. And then one day you can't close the junk drawer. It's like, I can't get the junk drawer because it's stuffed. You look like a Caribbean drug dealer. You're just like, I got so much money in my junk drawer. With this Canadian Tire money, I have to get a suitcase. I will get a suitcase and I will take my Canadian Tire money and I'll put it in an elastic band and we'll put it in the suitcase. And that's what you did. You put it in a suitcase, you go in, and you felt like you were somebody. I walk into Canadian Tire with my suitcase. Tracy's on my arm with her fur coat on. We walk in, shades on, walking in, music playing. Here come the high rollers with their suitcase full of cash. Tracy goes to the appliance section and buys a $129 Hoover vacuum cleaner. We just strut right up to counter 4 at the front of Canadian Tire, and she puts the vacuum cleaner on the counter. That will be $134. I don't think so, I said. I don't think so. I've got a very special thing here. Let me show you. Suitcase goes on the counter. Click, click. Open up. Spin it around, just like they do in the movies. Take a look at this. Stocked full of Canadian Tire money. All with rubber bands around there. I'm peeling it off. Of course, they're pissed off. They have to count them because there's a lot of 5-cent ones in there. But then you go, I have a little bit. This is a little for you and a little for your friend. This is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. It's fantastic. I love shopping at Canadian Tire. And they don't do that anymore. COVID came, can't touch money. Now it's all digital. They took the fun out of it. Tosh likes air miles. And got a bunch of air miles when you got tires. That's cool. Michelle says, Avion rewards on my Visa. That's a good one. Molly has gas points from the grocery store. Michelle says Triangle rewards and Scene points. I haven't got into that one. That's the thing. If I don't see tangible results after a few purchases, I'm not really, I don't use it anymore. Quentin says if Canada had a space program, it would be funded by Canadian Tire money. Hey, don't be dishing Canadian Tire money. That's good stuff. Oh, I don't miss being behind someone at the checkout who's buying a kayak with 5-cent bills. Well, if they have it in a suitcase, they've got it all. See, because I'd organize mine. I'd have my 5-cent bill stack. I'd have my 10-cent bill stack. There was nothing like Canadian Tire money. Canadian Tire money trumps all the rewards. And I don't know what's good anymore. I guess the Avion points are kind of good. Maybe that's what they'll move to. Avion points are kind of generic, I think. Right? I mean, I know RBC's got them, but like Avion, aren't Avion points like transferable to any airline? So kind of like an Air Miles competitor, really. Which is important because, you know, the WestJet miles are only used for them. Aeroplan is only for Air Canada. You want to have something that's you're going to be able to use all over the place. And that was a nice thing about Canadian Tire money is that, listen, sure, I went in and I was a high roller getting a vacuum cleaner one time, but you can also go get liquid Drano. You just, oh, shit. Toilet's plugged again. I need the liquid Drano. It's a few days till payday. God damn. Oh, junk drawer. Out comes the Canadian Tire money. Off you go. But you do get money back from co-op if you are a member of the co-op, right? I mean, it's once a year, though. You have a co-op number, And you get your co-op dividends, and that's one of the benefits of being a member of Heritage Co-op, Valley View Co-op, or Boundary Co-op. Of course, tomorrow on the show, we will have another round of the Co-op Big Deal. And the big deal is awesome savings for you and your pantry, your freezer, your meat locker, wherever it is you store your food. We're going to have an extra special deal for you again. Easily accessible through the website at tylerglenshow.com. Click on the Co-op logo. Takes you right to your flyer, your personalized flyer just for you. Just put your postal code in and bing, bang, boom. There is your big deal that we talk about on the show tomorrow. Again, through tylerglenshow.com. It's brought to you by Co-op, Heritage Co-op, Valley View, and Boundary Co-op. Make sure you're a member today. It is a great thing to be a part of. You just never know when you're going to be buying stuff at the Co-op, and you might as well get credit for it. At the end of the year, you could get a bit of a kickback there from Co-ops. It's the dividends. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC certified service. Again, you can get a $20 Shell Gas fuel card when you get a multi-point inspection done. Now, that can be done on its own or as part of another service. So when you go to Murray's, say you're getting an oil change done and you pulled up to the doors and it's going to be one of those certified service express oil changes, they'll roll you in and out in a flash, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to get a multi-point inspection. Boom. They're going to give you a $20 Shell Gas fuel card. So, or all of a sudden you're getting a brake replacement done and you hear about this, ask about the free $20 Shell Gas gift card at Murray GM, okay? And voting is underway with Sunrise Credit Union and the Our Manitoba Photo Contest. Get in on that action, would you? They want to pick a winner. They're down to the final 30. Go to ourmanitoba.org. You'll see 30 pictures there. They need your help. We want to dwindle it down. We want to get to the top 12. Those 12 will be featured in the 2027 Sunrise Credit Union calendar. Somebody is also going to get a special edition print of their beautiful picture, and they'll also get a term deposit from our friends at Sunrise Credit Union. Again, with 19 area locations and 35,000 members, another great co-op in our area. ourmanitoba.org. Please go there and vote now. Yes, Quentin is a co-op member. Cindy's a co-op member. We have a lot of co-op members. And it is a nice little surprise at the end of the year. Mavis is here. Blessed Mama's here. Well, just in time. So, Air Miles and Manitoba Liquor Marts are parting ways, which is totally sad because, well, as you probably missed it from earlier, but I gifted my Air Miles to NASA to pay for the Artemis mission. And you know what? It's an expensive thing. So, you know, I had lots of air miles and the whole mission completely taken care of. And so they're kind of doing a victory lap right now. They're coming home. They'll be home Friday evening. They're going to splash down in the Pacific Ocean. Everybody is watching the weather quite closely to make sure weather is good. And re-entry is a very dangerous thing. It's going to be Friday evening, I believe around 7 o'clock local time, like Central Time, where they splash down. And then the mission is complete. But this trip they did around the moon, I'll tell you, not only a huge success, but they're celebrating. You can tell they've got some downtime. They were in creator mode. They made a little video yesterday. Who doesn't love Full House?
Scenes from bad 80s sitcom when they introduced the cast of characters.
Oh, yeah.
Meet the cast of Full Capsule. The video has gotten over 1 million likes and even got John Stamos, a.k.a. Uncle Jesse's, attention. He commented, "Bad 80s sitcoms? Honored." Just got to say kudos to these four. They have done their job well. Take care, y'all.
Yep. So, million views on it. Man, the people are just loving the content coming out of this thing. I mean, it's pretty incredible, some of the pictures that they've got. Here's the actual video, I think. Hang on a second here. If I can get it to play. Because they missed Jeremy. Where's the Canadian? Is the Canadian not part of the Full House? Hang on a second here. We got to get the Canuck in there.
Everywhere you look,
There we go. There's Reed. Okay, and here's this Victor Glover, the pilot. Here's the Canadian. He was left to the end. Oh, they even did the dole first. What the hell is Jeremy doing? It looks like he's fighting with the barbecue cover. Get the barbecue cover back on the barbecue. Jeremy Hansen. And he's kind of half hidden. What are you guys doing hiding the camera? Well, he gets front billing there. As they're playing with that dog. Oh, exercising. Even they can find time.
Scenes from bad 80s sitcom when they introduced the cast of characters. So that's why we all did those. And we are cracking up here.
We're cracking up too. Hey, where's the Canadian? Now do Bob and Doug. Do a Canadian version. Good day, eh? Hey, hosers. Good day from the moon. You know, as Canadians, we got to grow a pair here and kind of push our weight around. I know there's 3 Yanks up there with us, but you got to tell them, listen, we've got to do some Canadian content. And you know what? Jeremy's going to get in trouble. Listen, we heard about the Air Canada guy who didn't speak French and he's gone. Well, we're going to start swinging that attitude around the world. Listen, Canadian content, man. We got 3 of yous up here and 1 of me's. So we need some Bob and Doug. Or we need to all do the theme song from the Beachcombers. Let's all sing it. La 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 la. How about that for an intro? How about that for a show intro? Who's Bruno Gerussi in this? And the guy with the toque. The grumpy guy who's always pissed off in his boat. I don't know about this. Tim. We need some Canadian content. Or somebody be Don Cherry. We're up here on the moon. I tell you, we did a good job. These kids, they were down there. They had their camera up against the glass there. My God, taking pictures. It was pretty crazy. Listen, no, you calm down over here. There's a lot of holes on the moon. I'll tell you that right now. They wouldn't have you get a kid from Saskatchewan to get those holes in the moon. They dig out of holes on those farms in Saskatchewan all the time. I'll tell you. Quentin said it, I didn't. Are those people down there? What kind of people are they? Does it matter? They need to get a poppy. Everyone needs a poppy. That's the show they should have. A little bit of Hockey Night in Canada, a little bit of Bob and Doug, a little bit of Beachcombers, a little bit of SCTV. How about Fraggle Rock? Is Fraggle Rock Canadian? Yeah, they should be singing. How about that one? What other Canadian show could I think Bob and Doug would have been good. That's what they should be waking up to. The playlist that they've got on iTunes, they've listed the playlist of the songs that they wake up to. All the most downloaded songs right now. People are hanging on every word, watching every second of the live stream of them in this floating porta potty that is coming towards Earth. And the world is enamored with their activities right now. It's pretty crazy. And, you know, they've got floating Nutella toilets that don't work. It's probably the Nutella that did it. You eat a couple jars of that stuff, you're going to break your toilet. A space toilet can only take so much. Anywho, we got to wrap up hour 1 of the show. We are going to move to hour 2 and introduce you to the Canadian who has won the Super Bowl of Pizza, the best pizza baker, and he talks like this. He's from Toronto. Can you guess where he's from originally? Of course, Italians make the best pizza on earth. This guy's Canadian Italian, and he's won it all. I think 700 people took part in this, the world's biggest pizza competition, and he won it all. We'll introduce you to him next hour. Also, the things 2020 kids won't get to experience, but they've got what's called a living museum in the UK where you can go there and live like it's in the 1900s. It is so cool. We need to get these for like the 70s and the 80s. Like a little video rental store, VHS movies, classic cars, old-fashioned movie theaters. It'd be pretty cool. That's all part of hour 2. We got to run. Thank you, TikTok, X, Facebook. Guys, be safe on the roads. More snow and wind today, but worse up around Rocky Mountain National Park. Again, if you're traveling to the north or to the east, please give yourself extra time to get to where you're going today. Otherwise, have a great hump day. Over the hump we go. We'll see you again for a Thirsty Thursday tomorrow, okay? Thank you. YouTube, we're going over to Twitch. You can also lurk in on the website, tylerglenshow.com, okay?